Today we're gonna do something really cool. We're gonna watch the BuzzFeed video where they ask medical students to play Never Have I Ever. Better than just watch it, let me play along. I have a green one here, which means I have done it before, and red one means I have not. So this one's Never Have I Ever, this one is I Have Ever. 3, 2, 1,
I
go.
can handle like the brain, I can handle like the organs, I don't care, but the nose hairs, those eyelashes, that would really freak me out.
Just from the start, everyone has, like, you pick your poison in medicine, and I can do every body fluid except for mucus. Just like people who hack up, like no. One time I was taking care of my patient, he was like, can I get a spit tray? And I didn't want to seem rude, so I got him the spit tray. Instead of walking out, I just stayed there, and he starts hacking up all this stuff. He's like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, great. And then he put it to the side, and I was like, let me just listen to your lungs. And I'm listening to his lungs, and I thought, wow, I'm really close to his body right now. I should make sure that my tie doesn't get... And a part of me died that day. My tie was inside his spit tray!
Hi, I'm Stephanie. Oh, hi, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, I'm David. I'm Caleb.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Peter.
We're medical students.
Never have I ever gotten a really bad grade on something in med school.
Oh, we're starting out like that. Never have I ever gotten a bad grade. I think the question should be, never have I ever gotten a good grade. Yes, of course I have gotten a bad grade in med school. What? Who hasn't? Yeah, of course.
Easy.
But medical school is pass fail.
You
It
haven't?
is pass fail.
Barely passed that course, but I passed it.
We're supposed to say what it is. We had this class in med school. We had this class in med school called TBL. It's team-based learning, where instead of the professor teaching you, you teach each other, which sounds nice in theory, but it's the blind leading the blind. It's like, especially because it's anatomy, so it's like, I think that's the liver, and you're like clearly in the brain. We had like quizzes that we would take at the beginning of each TBL session, and oh my gosh, we had to read like maybe 100 pages of just anatomy content, and it was like all this verbose stuff where you would need to pull out a dictionary every third word, and I actually got a 0, I think. The funny thing is, like, I didn't take it to heart. I was just like, oh wow, you know, bucket list. I finally got a 0 in my life. And then a couple of sessions later, the professor comes to our table. He's like, I just want to let you all know that your group has the highest group average in the class. And I was like, are y'all scoring hundreds on every quiz that my 0 had no effect on our group average? Or maybe everyone was just failing and just my group was, yeah, it's more likely the first one.
Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter.
And if you have more than one in a row,
I recorded an entire video. For surgery rotation, like, you have to stay awake for 28 hours, multiple times. Like every 4 days at my school, we had to stay awake for 28-hour shifts. So like, you're kind of mandated to pull all-nighters. But the longest I've stayed awake in my life is 44 hours, but I had a half an hour nap in the middle. And the longest I've stayed awake without any nap is 36 hours. On our last day, they did like this really nice thing where all the surgeons came in and they were just like, we want to help you guys, we want to mentor you on your careers, even if you don't pick surgery. I'm like, wow, that's really sweet of them. And they're like, okay, Peter, you go first. I'm like, oh, great, of course I'm going first. So I started and I was like, well, I enjoyed my surgery clerkship and it was nice. I just don't think it's for me. And they're like, oh yeah, why do you think it's not for you? And I was like, oh, okay, of course, that's a why. Well, just because y'all don't sleep. Is that an okay excuse? Like, they just don't sleep. And they're like, yeah, but every field you're gonna work hard. I'm like, I don't think you guys realize how little sleep you get.
one in a row.
Yeah, I've never done one.
You can't do
more than one in a row.
I have pulled all-nighters.
Oh, you have? I thought you were like the type that always sleeps at like 9 p.m.
Yes,
and like
and I
wakes
don't
up.
function the next day.
Dang, are these friends?
I don't believe in all-nighters. I will go to bed at like 10:30 every night.
Wow, that's
I will
really
just
good.
tap out, dude. I just can't.
I realized for me, it's better to go to sleep at like 2 a.m. and then to wake up at 5 or 6 so I can have like an hour or two of studying before I get to my exam. Did it help? Who knows?
Never have I ever gone out drinking with friends after we all thought we failed an important exam.
Every exam.
Not.
Yes.
I don't drink.
And then you all get your grades when you're in Vegas. It's the perfect time.
That sounds awful.
Never have I ever messed up when learning or trying to do something. Taking blood.
For the first time. Knowing me, it's probably yes. I just can't think of an exact example. I didn't mess up on this one, but I was super panicky because we're supposed to catch a baby in medical school, and I had never caught a baby, and then I was not prepared that day to catch a baby. One day I was just at the hospital, just minding my own business, and the resident comes up to me, he's like, "Have you ever caught a baby?" I'm like, "Good morning." And he's like, "Get dressed, we're going to catch a baby. They're doing an emergency C-section." I'm like, "Hold up, where are we going?" And so we're sprinting down the hall. We get to this room, and he's like, "Put the gown on and his mask. You know how to do this, right? You're just going to catch the baby, make sure you bring it to the table, we're going to squirt it." And I was like, "Hold on, what if I drop it?" And so, like, I'm sweating. The operating room is so hot. Rehearsing, like, walking from the table back to the other table. Like, delivery, put the baby down. Pick up baby, put baby down. Pick up, drop. Not drop. Place gently. I think I was still rehearsing, and as I'm doing that, they're like, "Where's the towel?" And I'm like, "The towel's right here." And then they put the baby on my head. I'm like, "Welcome to Earth. Don't you dare jiggle." And then I put the baby down, and I literally collapsed on the floor.
Never have I ever fallen asleep in class.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow,
Dude,
this
the
girl's
sleep that you
impressive.
get-
Yeah, lectures are not mandatory, but I was the kind of student who I needed to wake up and physically be at lecture, or else I was going to wake up at 2 p.m. So I like forced myself to get to lecture to then sleep.
Never have I ever thought about dropping out of med school. Are
I guess
professors
we-
watching?
I think everyone
We need to
does.
delineate between seriously dropping out or joking about
Yeah.
dropping out.
Everyone does.
Easy one.
Easy.
These people are so
in
truthful.
the dark hours.
But totally a coping mechanism. Yeah, it's like, that sucked. Maybe I should
know.
drop out.
You see how they were like all like, you know, tremulous about saying that they were considering dropping out because they're like, "Is someone gonna see this?" So much of trying to say the right thing to the right people because you've invested so much. But yeah, of course, everyone has. If you haven't considered dropping out, you're not in it long enough. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's just, you know, you have to reevaluate your life choices, whatever you're doing. I'm sure at any point in your life, whoever you are, you're reevaluating whether or not you should be doing it. It's not a bad thing. Oh my gosh, we've just been brainwashed into being so scared about talking truthfully about our feelings. Sorry, let me put my soapbox on the side.
Studying like late into the night, I just think like I could be like going into finance, making all this
You
money.
could have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the really hard thing. I normally feel it when my siblings like talk about how they're hanging out with friends or like they're making money, and I'm like, I'm the only person in my whole family who has no income. You know, you sacrifice so much and they tell you it's worth it at the end. We're gonna see, follow this channel to find out if it's worth it. Why did my voice become a little high-pitched goofy? Oh, yeah.
Never have I ever felt squeamish when working with corpses.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
Wait,
kind of like weird.
I changed my mind.
Really?
We have a half of a head, so just a head cut in half,
Yeah.
and you can still see his nose hairs.
Oh my gosh.
And the nose, like,
I was not squeamish with cadavers because my school did this really amazing thing where they like had this ceremony before we started, I believe, either before or after, where they like normalized and humanized the patient. So it's not, we didn't really call them cadavers. We were like, you know, they're our first patient functionally. So I thought that that was really sweet. Out of respect, we would cover the face and any body part that we weren't learning on. When we ended up seeing the face, I was kind of grateful and like, thank you for letting me learn on you. So I didn't feel squeamish in that sense. Did it smell awful? Yeah. Not the body, just how they used so many chemicals to just preserve them. Ugh.
I mean, we're just students, we're just human beings. Learn about other human beings.
Oh, that's a great line. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching with me. I really enjoyed playing Never Have I Ever with my fellow friends from BuzzFeed. As always, be safe, be strong, be swag. God bless you, and I'll see you next video. And make sure that you remember that medical students are human too. Love that. I love that. Take care. Bye. I really like this guy's shirt. Believe there is good in the world and be the good. I want to buy that. I'm going to buy that right now.